25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Richmond.
On first down, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. He's got him in, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23.
Black 22! Black 22!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Tiger! Hey, you got three. Three down.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it second and 10 to start things out.
Flex round!
Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll look to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Trying to lay one up. It got his man complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never. Ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up. No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And that's incomplete.
The protection up front, very good on that play. Had all night to throw the football, even though he was unsuccessful.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude. But I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but Felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Watson throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what it was going to take to make an excellent quarterback. Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Watson on 1st down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Come back, come back.
Faking the give. Now Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Black 22! Black 22!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Blue 80! Blue 80!
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on third and 4.
Black 99 Philly!
Operating from the gun. Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Blue 80! Blue 80!
On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Powers ahead at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's letting this one go and for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Here's Thomas. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Richmond! Come back!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Fuller. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Black 22! Black 22!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A gain of 32 that time. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half.
And he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Watson, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On third down, that's Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAnthony Thomas taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A good pickup there, a 22.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll set up to throw. Dumps that off to Penny, his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Eluding the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got it Fuller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the 50, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And there is absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Black 22. Black 22.
Watson off play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Black 22. Black 22.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Green,
Watson looks to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open left side is Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for the Ravens. 51 yards, so barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Leaves it for Penny. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Green the line. Green the line.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Got three down. Black 99, Philly.
To throw is Watson. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. It was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Ravens. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A gain of 32 that time. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Now a first carry for their fullback, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game also good for us, wasn't it?